The life and legacy of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Early life and career. Franklin Delano Roosevelt was born on January 30th, 1882, in Hyde Park, New York, into a wealthy family. He attended Harvard University and later studied law at Columbia University. Roosevelt began his political career as a New York State Senator and then served as Assistant Secretary of the Navy. In 1920, he ran for vice president as the Democratic candidate, but was defeated. His political career faced a major challenge when he contracted polio in 1921, which left him paralyzed from the waist down. Despite this setback, he continued his political work and was elected governor of New York in 1928. Presidency. Franklin D. Roosevelt was elected the 32nd President of the United States in 1932 during the Great Depression. He was inaugurated on March 4, 1933, and served 4 terms in office, the only U.S. president to do so, until his death in 1945. Roosevelt's presidency is notable for his New Deal programs aimed at economic recovery, social reform, and the expansion of the federal government's role in American life. Domestic policies and reforms. Roosevelt's New Deal consisted of a series of programs and reforms designed to address the economic hardships of the Great Depression. Key components included: the Civilian Conservation Corps, CCC, provided jobs and public works projects. The Social Security Act established a system of social insurance. The Securities Act regulated the stock market to prevent future crashes. The National Industrial Recovery Act, NIRA, promoted industrial recovery and fair labor standards. Roosevelt also implemented banking reforms, such as the Glass-Steagall Act, which separated commercial and investment banking to reduce financial risk. Foreign policies. Roosevelt's foreign policy evolved significantly during his presidency. Initially focused on domestic issues, he increasingly became involved in international affairs as World War II loomed. His foreign policy achievements include the Lend-Lease Act. 1941 provided military aid to Allied nations before the U.S. formally entered the war. The Atlantic Charter. 1941 outlined the Allied goals for the post-war world and was a precursor to the United Nations. Roosevelt's leadership during World War II was marked by strong alliances with Britain and the Soviet Union and a strategy of Europe first to prioritize the defeat of Nazi Germany before focusing on Japan. Death and funeral. Franklin D. Roosevelt died on April 12, 1945, while at his retreat in Warm Springs, Georgia. His death came just weeks before the end of World War II in Europe. His passing was met with widespread mourning both in the U.S. and around the world. The funeral was held in Washington, D.C., and was attended by numerous dignitaries and world leaders. Roosevelt was buried at his Hyde Park home, with his gravesite becoming a place of remembrance for his contributions to American society and global affairs. Legacy. Franklin D. Roosevelt's presidency is remembered for its profound impact on American political life, including the expansion of the federal government's role in economic and social issues. His New Deal policies reshaped the American economy and established many programs still in existence today. His leadership during World War II and his role in creating the United Nations left a lasting legacy on the global stage.